I shared some of this a couple of weeks ago. But you should all know we do not get together and compare notes. This has just blown my mind. My word, if you remember, was about the number 9, that it is a year of birthing. 2009 is a year of birthing. And like the others have said, ready or not, you are going to give birth in 2009 to something. Everybody is going to give birth to something. It's a spiritual birth. But what you give birth to will be determined by who you're intimate with. If you're intimate with the Lord, you'll give birth to the things of God. If you're intimate with the world, well, your offspring is going to look like the world. So who's going to be the father of your baby? Is it going to be the father of the lights, or is it going to be the father of lies? The other part of the word that I had was about deception. Remember deception? We should not assume. We cannot afford to assume that what we give birth to is automatically going to be from God. We have to take the time. You hear a theme building up tonight? Take the time to be intimate with God. Make sure that what you're giving birth to is from the Lord. I was sitting over there, I got to thinking, I kind of laughed. I think it was the Lord. You know, you see all these shows, don't watch them, they're trash. But you've all seen where they've all had the paternity tests. The lady doesn't know who the baby's father is, right? Guess what they have to do? They have to do a blood test. And I think it would behoove us to take the time to do a blood test. Is what we're giving birth to under the blood of Christ? Because let me tell you something about fatherhood. The father of your baby has rights for visitation. Okay? You hear where I'm going with this? So if you're giving birth to something from God, revisit it over and over and over again. He's going to make sure that thing comes to fruition. But don't you think the enemy's not going to do the same thing? You give birth to the thing of the devil, it's going to come back and visit you. It's not something you can just forget about. Our actions have consequences. It's the truth. Look at all the wars and stuff that Israel had to fight later. Where did it all start? Ishmael. It all started there. It's still going. They're still fighting them to this day. I want to read a scripture because there is a lot of hope. How many would say 2008 was hard? It was hard. There was some good stuff in 2008. There was. God was good to us. But there were some hard things that happened. Romans 8, verse 18. For I consider the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that is to be revealed to us. For the anxious longing of creation waits eagerly the revealing of the sons of God. Skip down to verse 22. For we know, we don't think, we know that the whole creation, the whole universe, groans and suffers the pains of childbirth together until now. And not only this, but we ourselves, having the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting eagerly for our adoption as sons, the redemption of our body. For in hope we have been saved, but hope that is seen is not hope. For why does one also hope for what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, with perseverance we wait eagerly for it. We're coming out of a hard year. You start saying you're going to birth something, have to take care of something, that's a lot of work. You can get tired before you even start. But you may not see it yet. But hold on to hope. If you are spending time with God and you're being intimate with God, He's going to see you through. That's a promise we have. As many warnings as we have not to go the path of the world, we have even more promises that God is going to be with us and be for us. And if you stay teachable, you stay submitted, you stay listening to the voice of God, you be obedient, you do what you know to do is right, it's going to be okay. And you're going to have something. Because just like with children, they just don't stay babies. They grow up. So whatever you give birth to, it's going to be lasting. It's going to grow. It's going to mature. And the rewards are far going to outweigh any kind of pain, any kind of stretching that we go in the process.